Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looking for a crease. It's Berry. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Good timing on the quick out.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Takes it from the gun on third down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown LSU! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He'll start this drive going to the air. Creates a little space. He'll go out of bounds downs at the 28-yard line and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Yeah, and just understanding where you're at on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Unloads quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak. Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down. The short hands, it's Fowler. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Robinson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground. Time to take a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Trojans decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hard running there. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Grab near the sticks. It's Berry. Finally corralled the number 4. He picks up the first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Ryan's his big tight end. Turning it on. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later. No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat.
White 53.
On the direct snap, it's Berry. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down. And they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
Green 25.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Firing to the right, complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quick completion on the out route. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Got a man. It's Jordan. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that 1st down and keep the offense on the field.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Handoff to the lone back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the tight end. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the well. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
LSU trying to convert a 4th down. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Finds his man. It's Robinson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It is loud in here as they try to help them get a stop on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it on the outside. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Got enough space. And he'll home it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, Mountain West teams colliding in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Wyoming took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Laramie. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Mountain West, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Quickly complete. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on. But with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On the direct snap, it's Berry. Intercepted, number 19. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Really, really good job seeing the QB, breaking on the football. The wide receiver thought he had a chance to get it, but a nice job stepping in front and making the interception.
Sends it downfield. Makes a grab for a big play. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Touchdown, Trojans! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And the extra point was good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Coming out with it, it's Bray. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete in the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field?
That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Carr. Finds his tight end. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin side. My goodness.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Motion from the wideout. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Buys a little time with his feet. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field. You spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the 30. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Trojans look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll run it. It's Robinson. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Caught over the middle, it's Fowler. Give him 6. Touchdown, Trojans!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Turns it on in midfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field. Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10.
Green 25.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking to the big tight end. Big fella moving. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And this dude is doing work. He's now over 150 yards receiving, Jesse.
He's like the new age tight end, isn't he, Reese? I mean, he's a guy that can get in a 3-point stance. He can flex out. He can play the split end position. He can play receiver. There is nothing this tight end cannot do.
Touchdown, LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. ULM was able to walk off the field there in Monroe with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Running free. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Southern Cal. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll break up this drive from the 30-yard line. To the air, it's Carr. Hubs it downfield. Got him, and nobody's close. Loose in the middle. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Wide receiver comes in motion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Watkins. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
Touchdown, Tigers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. With the catch, it's Jordan. Good, solid tackle.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Makes the catch. It's Jordan. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle.
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of at the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looking for a man. It's Carr. Fires it down the seam. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Got some room to run.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never...
Wide open spaces. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt. And you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open. So I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. And the Trojans want to move quickly. Trying to barge their way in. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown USC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to
Touchdown LSU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Fowler. There he goes! He's at the touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. They'll snag it just inside the 10. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8.
Let's go.
Looking for a man. It's Carr. Oh, they're after him. Wheels it in down the left side. He's loose. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, the offense on third down, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.